Good morning on day 2 from West Memphis, Arkansas.
Good morning, everybody. It was a pretty good sleep here.
This is a really good place to stop. No matter who we've asked, you don't want to stop in West Memphis, Arkansas. But let me tell you, they've revamped this area or something because it's really nice. And this is the hotel. We were able to have a room that faced the...
I got my snacks for today.
Oh, wait. He's talking and I'm talking.
Now I'm gonna... You know, when you're driving a semi, and this is not a semi, but when you're driving a truck, you do a pre-checks in the morning. So you check your truck out because all of these things on the road, they get jumbled around and vibrated loose or whatever. So I'm going to do just a basic nothing pre-check of just make sure everything's tight. And then we're going to get on the road.
Yay. So I was telling Jeff, this is not for just the regular Joe Blow and Mary Blow driving this big huge truck like this. Watching him fight the roads and the people that, you know, zoom around you and then cut in front of you because they don't understand what it's like when you're in this big huge heavy truck that has to do, I mean, I don't know, it just doesn't respond like you're driving a big large truck. And you can bite off a lot more than you can chew if you've never backed a trailer up, you know, if you're not a boater or an RVer. This is a serious taking on of heavy equipment that can kill you or kill somebody else if you don't know what you're doing. Of course, you don't have to do all that he's doing, but as a CDL, I'll edit that out. As a CDL licensed person who's been to school for all this, he just can't turn it off.
I can't turn it off. I've seen too many problems go wrong with them.
Well, that's another thing that when you're on the road, you got all kinds of alarms going off. And different sounds happening in the cab, and you're like, oh crap, what was that? Well, he knows exactly what it was. It was this or that, and here's what you do to fix it. But if you're just regular people trying to drive across the country and take every belonging you've ever owned with you, you don't know what you're doing. So I'm so impressed.
It needs to be changed.
You gonna change the oil, babe?
I guess. Why not?
Shut that lid.
Hang on.
That's probably not called a lid. Anyway, I'll show you in here in the cab. This is an air seat. And
coming down.
What? Coming down. You want to tell them about the air seat?
Yeah, I can talk about the air seat. Hang on. Close the door.
Oh.
So the air seat was kind of a big deal for me because I'm going to be driving 1,200 miles. I want something that's a little bit comfortable. And yesterday, as long as I put this in my lower back, I'm good. It's just a little piece of foam. But the air seats are up and down, and it also gives you how much bounce you get. Some people like a lot of bounce, I don't. And then this is your lumbar. And it's just air driven from the air tanks, just like everything is on these trucks. And you know, the biggest thing about these trucks is you really have to, especially if you're pulling a trailer, you've really got to drive your mirrors. You really have to watch your mirrors and get them adjusted just right, because when you turn corners, that trailer will hit every curb that you turn if you do not drive your mirrors. So, or look at your mirrors. But anyway, other than that, I would say a U-Haul is probably easier to drive, but this is a lot more comfortable, and for long distances, it's just more comfortable to me. You know, everybody's got their own preference, but that's why we did it. We filled up on fuel last night, so we don't have that to do.
How much was that?
That was a lot. A couple $100. And it's just a 70-gallon tank.
Yeah, here's where your gas goes.
Yep.
So I say let's get up in here. Y'all can tell Jeff is 6'2", and you can tell how far up in that cab you got to step.
6'2", I'm 6 foot.
6'1" and tons of fun. And you dress to a T, hun. Hey, wait, I got to get in first.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're in the truck, getting ready to leave. West Memphis, Arkansas. Interior pre-trip. Pre-trip.
It's called a pre-trip, yep.
It's a trip, not a tribulation, please.
So I'm waiting on my voltage to come up, and it just did. Everything else came up, and it's all good. So they maintain these trucks pretty good.
Yeah. That yellow exclamation mark is telling him what?
Yesterday, well, it gave me a warning yesterday. I got too close to a car, but the car pulled.
It's like cruise control laser, but we're not in cruise control, right? So
we're
most
not,
cars
correct.
have cruise control laser where you can be 1, 2, or 3 bars before it makes you slow down.
But this tells you.
It automatically tells you.
It automatically tells you you're getting too close. But the car pulled over from one lane right in front of me, and
you lost power. Like you couldn't accelerate.
It just took power out of the truck.
And that's what that's for. That alarm right there is okay to see. Apparently.
Well, yeah, and there's a way to get it to go away, but I haven't figured it out yet.
All right.
All right.
So we are now headed to.
Air brakes off.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
We're gonna go across the street to Quick Trip and check tire pressures. Give that trailer tire a little bit more pressure.
Yeah, it lost some air overnight.
Man, look at this guy up here and how easy he has it. Can y'all see that?
But you know what? He's checking that his door's closed. So he's checking his stuff, so that's good. Almost everybody's either going to be hauling a trailer or driving one of these on this big journey when you're going across the country, or you're going to pay to have somebody be doing it, which is fine too.
This interstate you see in front of us is I-40. And we're headed east.
I got to make this tight corner here. Find the air, but I think it's at the pumps.
Yeah, each pump has it. It's very bumpy. I should have put the gimbal on it. Well, that's kind of cool.
Villages or bust.
You want to sing Eastbound and Down?
Eastbound and down.
Loaded up and trucking.
We gonna do what they say can be done. We've got a long way to go in a short time to get there.
Hello, buddy. Eastbound.
Watch old bandit run. Anyway, I don't know all the words.
That's all we know.
That's all we know.
Which is really too much.
But it's we're eastbound and down. Actually, we're kind of heading south now, aren't we?
The southeast.
Yeah, kind of.
Whee!
Hopefully this video is not so bumpy. You know, I was thinking last night, Dory.
What? We could go back the other way and film that bridge again on the gimbal.
Let's not.
Oh, all right. What were you thinking last night?
Not that this is any kind of
Jeez.
patting ourselves on the back. None of that. I mean, many people have done this ahead of us, so kudos to them for doing it. And, you know, you got to think that it takes... You got to get out of your comfort zone to do this, like a lot.
It takes courage.
It's a courageous thing to say. We're gonna pull up stakes,
Jeez.
especially from our.
Crazy drivers.
Yep. Well,
You gotta
this is
be
Memphis.
keep your head on a swivel, honey.
I know,
Do what Michael says. It's a beehive of activity.
but it is kind of courageous in a way. Doesn't mean that you're, you know, even courageous people, courage, you still have fear.
Absolutely.
It just takes a drive to do this. You have to decide.
And determination.
And you know what the root word of decide, or the root words, de and side, which means to kill all other options. You just have to make it happen, and it's hard to do. This is not an easy thing for us, and I'm sure it wasn't easy for a lot of people. But the whole Villages, Florida, is loaded with people that had to make a decision to move down there because
Yeah.
we're all from somewhere else.
Every single person has gone through leaving friends and family
And so-
taking
yeah.
all of their belongings. And
Exactly. And so
Yeah.
you think about all of these people have courage and drive to an extent. And so you have a whole group of people with those attributes
Right?
is part of what makes the Villages so good to me.
Never give up.
Never give up, and you're friendly. Everybody's friendly. Everybody
happy.
knows that this is not an easy thing to do.
Right.
And it just takes a lot of gumption to do it and guts. We have our whole lives loaded up in this truck. Everything that we've, you know, pictures and
Family photos,
yeah.
special belongings. We got rid of everything that we could stand to get rid of, and
Yeah.
then our only car is back there.
We could have had 3 truckloads 3 years ago. We have gotten rid of so much stuff, and it just feels light right now.
Yes, it
And-
has. It's a cleansing.
And I don't know what's going to be down there for us, but I sure have a lot of hope that it's going to be something good.
I believe.
God's got a plan for it all, and it just takes a little bit of courage to get started. And I'm really proud of you, and I'm proud of us for doing this. When we started this a year ago, we didn't even know what we were going to be doing.
You have 4 more miles before exit.
Okay.
21.
And thanks to everybody else, because one of the things that drove us is all of your well wishes out there on our video channel that we never thought would be anything. Just kind of a way to document it for us and friends and family. And here we are being encouraged by everybody that's done it before us. Man, I just am so appreciative and grateful to people that just give us encouragement. So.
And the people that are there welcoming us, waiting for us too. It's oh, good Lord, everything's falling on top of me.
This-
Sorry. It's
That road's bad.
yeah.
It's a little bit overwhelming at
It
times
is.
that
It's humbling too because
we don't get this back home.
we're so ready to give back and receive from people that want to help each other rather than take, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's it for a bit. We're going to focus on getting through Tennessee and get into Mississippi, and we'll check back soon.
See y'all. So the other part of that is people have been writing us, and we don't have a whole lot of followers, but some of the ones that we've had have said, I've been dreaming about doing this, the same thing you guys are doing, but we've got a year to go, or 2 years, or 5 years, sometimes more. And I just want to encourage people to keep stretching out for it and keep trying to make it happen. It's taken us a year to get from this could be a really good possibility someday.
One day, like years down the road.
Yeah. We could go there. We could go there and
figure it out.
Yeah, work from home from there.
It's truly an adventure. You don't know if you're going to fail.
There's a big part of this that's adventure.
It's belief and faith and so much encouragement. And
we've had a lot of people encourage us, and I just want to encourage anybody that's thinking about doing this. Just keep taking a step forward towards it, because that's what we did, and the timing opened up, and sometimes you got to wait for that timing, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. We've been encouraged so much, and people keep telling us it's going to be worth it. So I just want to tell people that.
Well, tell them that.
Thank you, everybody. Stay encouraged.
Be encouraged. Follow your dreams. Don't ever give up. And we second guessed ourselves. Well, okay, Jeff did.
A lot.
He asked himself, he asked me a lot of times, are we making a mistake? Are we doing something that we're going to regret? Well, how are you going to know unless you try, right?
It's true.
Sorry, these roads are crazy, bouncy. Yeah, how are you going to know? And then are you going to have regrets if you didn't try? Yeah, big ones.
Yeah. That's the thing you got to think of. Okay, down the road, would you regret going and trying and failing, or would you regret not trying?
Definitely.
And for us, not trying.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So for everybody who says, oh, I hope one day I get to do that, go ahead and start doing it. Don't, put it on your dream board or whatever you want to call your wish list. Write it out. Take pictures. Watch videos. If you can, take a trip down there.
It starts with a trip down there.
Yeah, it starts with a thought, a dream, and then a plan. Nothing happens without a plan usually. Sometimes.
Nothing this big.
No, definitely take a lot of planning.
So thanks, everybody. That's it. Okay. Thanks, everybody, for watching and following and encouraging. Definitely. And we appreciate you greatly.
Stay tuned for more road trip.
A lot more to come.
Welcome to Mississippi.
Woo! Another state. Mississippi. M-I-S-S-I-S-S-I-P-P-I. M-I crooked letter, I, crooked letter, I, humpback, I.
You got it.
You know that, right?
Yep, good job.
All right.
Somebody decided for like the last 2 miles that they were just going to run over all these cones. It's just one after another that's been destroyed, and it's pretty funny, actually. I think people are getting frustrated, because I know I am, with all of the road construction that seems to go on forever now. Because when we were young, if they wanted to redo a bridge, it took a couple of weeks, a month. Now it takes a couple of years to do a bridge. Just a small bridge. I think people are getting frustrated. So somebody with a truck just mowed down about 1.5 miles worth of cones.
But that's not till tomorrow. So I wanted to give you guys a little in this particular truck, and I think several of the trucks, they have an aux. Sorry about that. And you can get an adapter. We bought ours at Walmart. I think it was like, I don't know, $5 for your USB-C. And that way you can plug in your phone. You can listen to, YouTube, or if you have XM satellite, Sirius XM, your music. And surprisingly, the truck has a pretty good sound system. So that is a must. Then there's also a USB here, a USB here, and a USB here, which we are using for our charger. And so there's just a little bit of a pro tip for you. Okay.
So today is our longest day of driving. How many hours have we got today? 7?
Probably way more than 8. We're in Alabama. We are headed toward Birmingham, and we still have like 3.5 hours to go.
And as you can tell from the flag, we're fighting the wind today.
Oh yeah, here's the flag over here, but I don't know if you can see that.
Today.
See it blowing?
But that's all right. We'll fight it.
So we just wanted to get with you guys and say Alabama is gorgeous.
Got a lot of nice trees. A lot of trees.
Beautiful ponds everywhere you look. There's like another fishing pond right there everywhere you go. And we thought about Alabama as one of our places before we realized that we could go down to see Florida. So now we're thinking, after we retire and we live in Florida and we want a mountain home. Yes, alarm, we hear you. And we want a mountain home. We may not have to go all the way back up to Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas. Or upstate South Carolina. Alabama's closer to Florida, and it is gorgeous. They have a lot of pine trees and a lot of hills and a lot of mountains, and that's what we love.
It's pretty here for sure.
We just pulled off at a rest stop to get out and stretch our legs. This place is so pretty. It's the bathroom there. Well, it's Saturday, day number 2, and we are 3 miles from our hotel. The shadows are starting to get really long, and we're getting really tired.
Really tired.
Ready to get out of this truck. So it is 6:15 at night, and we left at 8:30 this morning. So it's another long day. I think our estimated time on Google Maps was like 5 hours, 5 and a little bit, and obviously it's been, I can't even do math right now, 8:30 to 6:30, that's more than 5 hours.
10 hours.
So, when the truck will only go 50 miles an hour most of the day, it takes a lot longer.
60.
Well, it's going 54 right now.
We're going up the hill.
So anyway, that is a wrap. I will show you guys the hotel as soon as we get to it in another 2.5 miles. So Spring Hill Suites is right here on the left, that tan colored building. And that's where we will turn this big rig around and get in there to it. GPS says, oh, just do a U-turn right here, but it doesn't take into account how big this truck is pulling this car. So let's be creative. In the meantime, there's Old Glory. Will we make it?
The thing about driving a long truck is you got to be able to get into a parking lot and get back out of it. Knowing that every car, every spot could fill up with a car.
Yeah, there's the back of it over there. So you're supposed to turn in at the Circle K to get to it?
Yeah, I think so. Can't get into it there. It's gonna be pretty tight.
Park right here, maybe. Woo, honey, you can't. Okay. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, this is gonna be tight. I can barely get the car around the corner here. The trailer.
Okay, you cleared it back there. Y'all get out of the way. I'm telling you what. That's a nice looking green little Corvette right there. Okay, the sunshine's gonna kill us, but take a sharp right here. There's a big long stretch.
Get around and I'll get that one. That truck's in the way in the very wrong spot.
Well, there's several over here.
Yeah, I think I can do that. That door open.
Just close it for them.
Yep.
Yeah, right there. But, I don't know. I kind of like it on the front better than back here on the back by the Circle K.
That's not a good sign.
No.